have some potatoes. So we'll get those peeled. And we're going to want to I'm going to make this, half batch from what normally I would. It's just Karen and I tonight. So I'm going to use, I think, 2 cups of cut up potatoes instead of 4. So I'll cut it in half. So I only need 2 cups of potatoes. And now we just need to cut them up into, half-inch pieces, I guess, about like that. And these are Yukon Golds. And what we want to do is get 2 cups of, otherwise this thing filled up. And we're going to cut up 1 large onion or 2 medium onions. This one's fairly large, so I'm going to go ahead and just cut this one up. I want them about in half-inch pieces. Next, we're going to need 1/4 pound of bacon, and this is thick slice applewood smoked bacon, and I cut this into about half-inch pieces. We're going to need 2 cups of chicken stock. I use the unsalted kind. You can always add salt and pepper to what your tastes are, but if you add salted, then it's may come out a little too salty for some. So we want to get 2 cups of chicken broth. And that's about 2 cups right there. Okay, now we need to get our pressure cooker ready, and we're going to use the saute. And we're going to go to normal. We don't want it too hot. And we're going to put our bacon in there and crisp it up. So let's go ahead and get our bacon going. Let me get this lid out of my way. It'll take a little while for that to get hot. You got to keep stirring this in order to keep it from sticking to the bottom. And as it melts, just push on it and it'll fall apart into individual pieces. Okay, it's starting to get a little brown, and you can see that the fawn on the bottom of the Instant Pot. Don't worry about that, because that's going to come off when we add our onions and chicken stock. And we'll deglaze the Instant Pot. But it's not quite there yet. We want to get these a little more crispy. Okay, looks like it's just a right amount of crispy. And what we want to do now is get that bacon out of there. we can just put it on a paper towel here. Now at this point, normally with a full batch, I would have a lot more bacon and would have too much bacon grease. But as you can see, I really don't have that much bacon grease in there right now. So I'm just going to go ahead and add the onions. And we're going to saute those onions on medium-high until they're translucent and slightly browned. So we'll just go ahead and let those saute. And like I said, what's going to happen is those onions start to release the water that'll break up the fond on the bottom of the Instant Pot. Okay, our onions are starting to brown up a little bit. We need to scrape the bottom of the pot to get that fond off, which is flavor. Don't skip this step. You want to get that fond off the bottom because it's, like I said, that's where a lot of flavor is going to come from. That's pretty good. So now we can add the potatoes. And that's Yukon Gold, and I used 2 cups of diced or cut up potatoes. Maybe not so much diced, but cut up potatoes. Just stir that up to get the onions to mix with the potatoes. And next, I need to add the chicken stock. And we're going to use 2 cups of chicken stock, unsalted. And let that come back up to heat. And at this point, I'm going to add some salt and pepper. I don't want to go too crazy here. We can always add more salt in our individual bowls to our own taste, but we just want some salt and pepper. And we want to stir that up. All right, now we're going to switch over. We'll hit cancel, and I'm going to click on pressure cook, and I want it to be on high, and we only need about 6 minutes. So we got it on pressure cook, 6 minutes on high. And now we can put the pressure cooker top, Instant Pot top on. Gotta make sure this is set to lock, and we're going to let that count down to heating up, and then we'll see this little silver tab pop up, means it's under pressure, and then it'll go for about 6 minutes. And then we're going to do an instant release. As soon as, 6 minutes is enough, maybe a minute or two after that, but we'll do a pretty quick release. Okay, that's been 6 minutes, and now we can release the pressure. And we're watching for this little button to fall down. Means that it's safe to remove the cover. Gosh, it smells so good, looks so good. And we're going to now add 3 cups of frozen corn. Now I'll tell you, this is much better if you get fresh corn and cut it off the cob to do this. I'm being lazy today. I'm going to use frozen corn, which is fine. It'll come out pretty good, but it's much better with fresh corn off the cob. I'm going to stir that in. So as you can imagine, that frozen, like a bunch of little ice cubes, are going to cool this down pretty quick, and I don't want it to cool down completely. So I'm going to click on saute just to keep it warm, but I don't want to get it boiling again. And typically you need to let that corn cook for about, in that temperature, for about 3 to 4 minutes. Okay, that's been about 4 minutes, and we need to add half and half. My dad always used half and half when he made this many, many years ago, and I have ever since. So I'm going to put in 2 cups of half and half. You can also use heavy cream. Use 1 cup of heavy cream, but for me it's going to be 2 cups of half and half, because that's the way my family's always done it, with half and half. Stir that in. And we just do not want to boil this. We just want to keep it warm. Like I said, I still have saute set. We just want to warm that half and half up. It just came out of the refrigerator. And of course, all those little frozen kernels of corn will cool it down. At this time, we can also add back in the bacon. And we can stir that in. And for the most part, for potato corn chowder, once this heats up back to normal temperature or eating temperature, we're really done and we're ready to eat it. But if you, like me, enjoy seafood, here's where you would add oysters or clams or crab or a little bit of fish sauce and some bits of fish in order to make a potato corn fish chowder or a crab chowder. Shrimp, for instance. Of course, you got to peel it, but a shrimp chowder. There's so many possibilities with this. But if you just enjoy the potato corn chowder, which is delicious, with some sourdough bread and butter, it's all set. I hope you've enjoyed this video. I hope you try it. This is very, very delicious. And hope your whole family enjoys it when you make it. Thank you for watching. See you next video.